All right, then, folks, Ryan here, coming to you with a brand new video. And as you know, we are doing these videos um, to specifically help out people who are struggling with resentment. That old bitterness, old anger, old hatred, old paradigm, old programming, old trauma. All right, we want to wash that away. So we are making these videos here for you to speak back peace and calm into your life. All right, let's go. God who giveth us richly all things to God who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. Riches are of your mind. There is a guiding principle within you that can lead you to fulfill the desires of your heart. Life was a gift to you. You are here to express life and to release your hidden talents to the world. Once you gain the ability to tap your subconscious mind, you will never want for any good thing all your life. Whether it be peace of mind, true expression, companionship, or a lovely home, all the money you need to do what you want when you want to do it. Your subconscious offers you the infinite power to be rich, and the key is your own thought. Your thought is creative. Begin to think regularly and systematically of success, achievement, victory, abundance, and the good life. Thinking makes it so. Everything you do along your journey contributes to where you are going. What do you do on a daily basis to make yourself feel good inside? How do you express unconditional love in your life? How are you experiencing peace within you and around you? Are you willing to begin? Do you really want to change? It starts by changing the way you are thinking. Only you can change yourself. You are the only thinker in your mind. You have the power. You are not helpless. You have your mind. You are important to this world. Do your thoughts build you up or beat you up? Trust your intuition. The power of giving is strong, that the excitement and the good feelings are often greater for the giver than for the power of giving is strong, that the excitement and the good feelings are often greater for the giver than for the receiver. Which is why when you find your calling and you design your life in such a way that you can share your gifts with the world on a consistent basis, you feel like a rock star. When we share what we were brought here to give, we are in alignment with our highest, most powerful selves. Get out of your head and take action. You don't have to know exactly where it is going to take you. You just need to start with one thing that feels right and keep following right feeling things and see where they lead. Step 1. Reason it out in your mind that God or the life principle is the source of the universe, the galaxies in space, and everything you see, whether you look at the stars in the sky, the mountains, the lakes, the deposits of earth and sea, or all animals and plants. The life principle gave birth to you, and all the powers and qualities and attributes of God are within you. Ponder these truths. Everything you see or are aware of came out of the invisible mind of God or life. Everything that our species has invented, created, or made came out of the invisible mind of humankind. The mind of human and the mind of God are one, for there is only one mind common to all of us. God is the source of my supply of energy, vitality, health, and creative ideas. God is the source of the sun, the air you breathe, the apple you eat, and the money in your pocket. Everything comes of the invisible. It is as easy for God to become wealth in your life as it is for him to become a blade of grass. My videos goes forth to bless, heal, inspire, elevate, and dignify the minds and hearts of men and women, and I am divinely compensated in a wonderful way. I look upon money as divine substance, for everything is made from the one spirit. I know matter and spirit are one. Money is constantly circulating in my life, and I use it wisely and constructively. Money flows to me freely, joyously, and endlessly. Money is an idea in the mind of God, and it is good and very good. Infinite Spirit reveals better ways for me to serve. I am inspired and illuminated, and I give a divine transfusion of faith and confidence in the one presence and power to all those who hear me. I look upon money as God's idea, and money is constantly circulating in my life and that of all the people who surrounds me. We use it wisely, judiciously, and constructively, under God's guidance and God's wisdom. Decide now to engrave in your subconscious mind the idea of wealth. Ideas are conveyed to the subconscious by repetition, faith, and expectancy. By repeating a thought pattern or an act over and over again, it becomes automatic. Because your subconscious Because your subconscious is compulsive, you will be compelled to express it. There is no real difference between this process and learning to walk, swim, or play the piano. What you are affirming is like seeds you plant in the ground. They grow after their kind. Know what you are doing and why you are doing it. I am now writing in my subconscious mind the idea of God's wealth. God is the source of my supply, and I know God is the life principle within me, and I know I am alive, and all my needs are met at every moment of time and point of space. God's wealth flows freely, joyously, and ceaselessly into my experience, and I give thanks for God's riches forever circulating in my experience. I am born to succeed. The infinite within me can't fail. Divine law and water governs my life. Divine peace fills my soul. Divine love saturates my mind. Infinite intelligence guides me in all ways. God's riches flows to me freely. I am advancing, moving forward, and growing mentally, spiritually, financially, and in all other ways. I know these truths are sinking into my subconscious mind and will grow after their kind. God's peace fills my soul, and God's love saturates my whole being. God guides, prospers, and inspires me. I am illuminated, and His healing love flows from me to all my clients. Divine love comes into my door. Divine love goes out my door. All those who come into my business are very blessed, healed, and inspired. The infinite healing presence the infinite healing presence saturates the whole place. This is the day the Lord hath made, and I rejoice and give thanks for the countless blessings that comes to my clients and comes to myself. And today is God's day. Today is God's day. It is a glorious day for me, as it is full of peace, harmony, and joy. My faith in the good is written in my heart and felt in my inward parts. I am absolutely convinced that there is a presence and perfect law that receives the impress of my desire, knowing that irresistibility attracts into my experience all the good things my heart desires. I now place all my reliance, faith, and trust in the power and the presence of God within me. I am at peace. I know I am a guest of the infinite, and God is my host. I hear the invitation of the Holy One saying, "Come unto me, all ye that labor, and I'll give you rest. Rest in God, all is well." God will give it us richly, things to enjoy. God will give it us richly all things to enjoy, and you are prospered beyond your fondest dreams. I am one with the infinite riches of my subconscious mind. It is my right to be rich, happy, and successful. Money flows to me freely, copiously, and endlessly. I am conscious of my true worth. I give of my talents freely, and I am wonderfully blessed financially. It is wonderful. The God presence within me is all wise and is taking care of this in divine order. I am not keeping tabs on the God presence within us to how, when, where, or through what source this will be solved. I let go and I let God take care of it. The prayer of faith shall save the sick, and God shall raise him up. I know that no matter what the negation of yesterday was, my prayer or affirmation of truth will rise triumphantly over it today. I steadfastly behold the joy of the answered prayer. I walk all day long in the light. I like money, I love money, I use money wisely, constructively, and judiciously. Money is constantly circulating in my life. I release money with joy, and money returns to me multiplied in a wonderful way. Money is good and very good. Money flows to me in avalanches of abundance. I use money for good only, and I am grateful for my good and for the riches of my mind. Today is God's day. It is a glorious day for me, as it is full of today is God's day. It is a glorious day for me, as it is full of peace, harmony, and joy. My faith in the good is written in this moment and felt in my inward parts. I am absolutely convinced that there is a presence and perfect law that receives the impress of my desire, knowing that irresistibility attracts into my experience all the good things my heart desires. I now place all my reliance, faith, and trust in the power and presence of God within me. I am at peace. I know I am a guest of the infinite, and God is my host. I hear the invitation of the Holy One saying, "Come unto me, I'll labor, and I'll give you rest. Rest in God, all is well." God is the source of my supply, whether it is energy, vitality, creative ideas, inspiration. God is the source of my supply, whether it is energy, vitality, creative ideas, inspiration, love, peace, beauty, right action, or wealth that I need. I know the creative powers of my subconscious can bring all these things into being. I am now appropriating mentally and experiencing buoyant health and harmony and harmony, beauty, right action, abundant prosperity, and all the riches of my deeper mind. I exude vibrancy and goodwill to all. I am giving better service every day. God's riches are forever flowing into my experience, and there is always a divine surplus. All these thoughts are sinking down into my subconscious mind, and they are now coming forth as abundance, security, and peace of mind. It is wonderful. As you sow in your subconscious, so shall you reap. The Bible says, the wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them, and their desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose. Consider the lilies of the field, they toil not, neither do they spin. Yet Solomon in all of his glory days was not arrayed of one of these. I know that God is prospering me in all ways. I am now leading the abundant life. I am supplied with everything that contributes to my beauty, well-being, progress, and peace. Consider the lilies of the field, they toil not, neither do they spin. Yet Solomon in all of his glory days was not arrayed of one of these. I know that God is prospering me in all ways. I am now leading the abundant life because I believe in God of abundance. I am supplied with everything that contributes to my beauty, well-being, progress, and peace. I am daily experiencing the fruits of the Spirit of God within me. I accept my good now. I walk in the light that all good is mine. I am peaceful, poised, serene, and calm. I am one with the source of life. All my needs are met at every moment of time and point of space. I now bring all the empty vessels to the Father within. The fullness of God is made manifest in all departments of my life. All that the Father hath is mine, I rejoice. That is so. Meditation for building your account at your prosperity bank. I know that my good is this very moment. I believe in my heart that I can prophesy for myself harmony, health, peace, and joy. I enthrone the concept of peace, success, and prosperity in my mind now. I know and believe these seeds will grow and manifest themselves in my experience. I am the gardener. As I sow, so shall I reap. I sow godlike thoughts of peace, success, harmony, and goodwill. The harvest is wonderful. From this moment forward, I sow in my subconscious mind thoughts of peace, confidence, poise, and balance. I harvest the fruits of the wonderful seeds I sow. I believe and accept the fact that my desire is a seed deposited in the subconscious. I will make it real by feeling the reality of it. I accept the reality of my desire in the same manner. I accept the fact that the seed deposited in the ground will grow. I know it grows in the darkness also. My desire or ideal grows in the darkness of my subconscious mind. In a little while, like the seed, it appears above the ground as a condition, circumstance, or event. Infinite intelligence governs and guides me in all ways. I meditate on whatsoever things are honest, and whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are lovely, and whatsoever things are of good report. I think on these things, and God's power is with my thoughts of good. I am at peace. I am a chosen volitional being. I have the power, the ability, and the wisdom to control and direct my own mental and spiritual process. I say to myself every morning when I awaken, God indwells me. What am I going to choose today from the treasure house of infinity within me? I choose peace, divine guidance, and right action in my life. I decree that goodness, truth, and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Father, you are all wise. Reveal to me the answer and show me the way I should go. I give thanks for the right answer, for I know you know the only answer. Infinite intelligence is my constant guide and counselor. I will instantly recognize the promptings and the monitions that come from my higher self, which forever seek to protect, guide, and watch over me in all ways. I will instantly recognize the lead which comes into my subconscious mind, and I will always disregard groundless fancies. I know that my deeper mind responds to what I am now consciously writing on it. Continue writing on it, and I give thanks for the joy of the answered prayer. I now dwell on the omnipresence and omniscience of God. I know that this infinite wisdom guides the planets on their courses. I know this same divine intelligence governs and directs all my affairs. I claim and believe divine understanding is mine at all times. I know that All my preferences are controlled by this indwelling presence. All my motives are godlike and true. God's wisdom, truth, and beauty are being expressed by me at all times. The all-knowing one the all-knowing one within me knows what to do and how to do it. My business or profession is completely controlled, governed, and directed by the love of God. Divine guidance is mine. I know God's answer, for my mind is at peace. I rest in the everlasting arms. Infinite intelligence knows my hidden talents and opens up a new door of expression for me in divine order. This knowledge is immediately revealed to my conscious mind. I will follow the lead that comes clearly and definitely into my mind. Radiate goodwill to all humankind in thought, word, and deed. I know the peace and goodwill that I radiate to every person comes back to me 1,000-fold. Whatever I need to know comes to me from the God self with me. Infinite intelligence is operating through me, revealing to me what I need to know. God in me knows the answer. The perfect answer is made known to me now. Infinite intelligence, infinite intelligence, divine wisdom make all decisions through me, and there is only right action and right expression taking place in my life. Every night I wrap myself in the mantles of God's love and fall asleep, knowing divine guidance is mine. When the dawn comes, I am filled with peace. I go forth into the new day, full of faith, confidence, and trust. Thank you, Father. Today is God's day. I choose harmony, peace, perfect health, divine land, water, divine love, beauty, abundance, security, and inspiration from on high. I know that as I claim these truths in my life, I awaken and activate I awaken and I know that as I claim these truths in my life, I awaken and activate the powers of my subconscious, which compels me to express all these powers and qualities. I know it is as easy for God to become all these things in my life as it is for a seed to become a blade of grass. I give thanks that is so. Yeah. Enter into a consciousness of God's wealth, which is all around you. Live in the joyous expectancy of the best, and by the law of attraction, you will attract the riches of the infinite storehouse in your own subconscious mind. Keep thinking of a prosperity, abundance, security, and increase in all things. What you give attention to grows, magnifies, and multiplies in your experience. Keep your attention on whatsoever things are lovely and of good report. Radiate abundance, goodwill, and riches to others. They will pick it up subconsciously, and you will attract wonderful people into your life. They will prosper, and you will prosper. A rich person walks in the mental attitude that wealth is like the air he or she breathes. Having that state of mind, the person attracts more and more riches of all kinds. The poor person who is constantly picturing and talking of lack, bankruptcy, and hard times attracts these qualities to him or her. I know that to prosper means to grow spiritually in every dimension. God is prospering me now in mind, body, and affairs. God's ideas constantly unfold within me, bringing to me health, wealth, and perfect divine expression. I thrill inwardly as I feel the life of God vitalized in every atom of my being. I know that God's life is animating, sustaining, and strengthening me now. I am now expressing a perfect, radiant body full of vitality, energy, and power. My business or profession is a divine activity. Since it is God's business, it is successful and prosperous. I feel an inner wholeness. I imagine and feel an inner wholeness functioning through my body, mind, and affairs. I give thanks and rejoice in the abundant life. Divine wisdom and divine right action of my subconscious. Take care of all of my problems. Solve all of my problems. I release the matter and I let it go. I rest in God. All is well. I am a child of the infinite, and his riches flows to me freely, joyously, and endlessly. I am enriched in all ways with happiness, peace, wealth, success, and outstanding sales. I am now stirring up the riches of my deeper mind, and rich results follow. I know I shall reap what I sow, for it is written, Thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee, and thy light shall shine upon thy ways. Freedom and peace of mind are mine now. I know that as I believe and affirm these truths, they are sinking down into my subconscious mind. I will be under compulsion to accept wealth as a law of my subconscious is compulsion. In my imagination, I see my clients before me. They just finished purchasing my products and services. Constantly affirm, feel, and believe that God multiplies your good exceedingly. You will be enriched every moment of the day, spiritually, mentally, intellectually, financially, and socially. There is no end to the glory of man for his daily living. Watch the wonders that will happen as you impress these truths on your subconscious mind. You will experience a glorious future. Let the riches of the infinite flow through you, the sure riches of watch and pray. Watch your thoughts. Never talk about economic lack or limitation. Never talk about poor or in want. It is especially foolish to talk to your neighbors or relatives about hard times or financial problems. Count your blessings. Begin to think prosperous thoughts. Talk about God's riches present everywhere. Realize that the feeling of wealth produces wealth. When you talk about not having enough to go around and how little you have and how you must cut corners, these thoughts are creative. They bring about the conditions you are describing. You are only impoverishing yourself. Use the money you know have freely. Release it with joy and realize that God's wealth flows to you in avalanches of abundance. Look up to the source. As you turn to God, the response will come as He cared for you. You find neighbors, strangers, and associates adding to your good and also to your supply of material things. Make it a practice to pray for divine guidance in all your ways. Believe that God is supplying all your needs according to His riches in glory. As you make a habit of this attitude of mind, you will find the invisible law of opulence can and will produce visible riches for you. I am moral, profitable, a genius, extraordinary, regardless of what any institutional transcript or bank statement says. I came from greatness. I must be like what I came from. I will never abandon my belief in my greatness and the greatness of others. Henceforth, I shall grow more good humor. The joy, happiness, and cheerfulness are now becoming my normal, natural state of mind. Henceforth, I shall grow more good humor. The joy, happiness, and cheerfulness are now becoming my normal states of mind. Every day, I am becoming more lovable and understanding. I am now becoming the center of cheer and goodwill to all those about, infecting them with good humor. This happy, joyous, and cheerful mood is now become my normal, natural state of mind. I am grateful. My income increases now. My income is increasing now. Money comes to me quick and easy. Money flows to me easily and freely. Money comes to me all the time. I prosper wherever I go. I am a magnet for prosperity, happiness, and abundance. I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. Prosperity overflows in my life. I have everything in abundance. Wealth constantly flows into my life. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected sources. Money flows to me, or money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. What we wish and think for others, we tend to manifest in our own experience, because each of us is the only thinker in our individual universe. We are totally responsible for the way we think about others as well as about ourselves. Remember, saying whatever we want, whenever we want, is not real freedom. Real freedom is not feeling to say these things. Today is God's day. It is a glorious day for me. Today is God's day. I choose harmony, success, prosperity, abundance, security, and divine right action. Infinite intelligence reveals to me better ways to give greater service. I am a mental and spiritual magnet, irresistibly attracting to me men and women who are blessed, comforted, and satisfied with my counsel and the decisions on their behalf. I am divinely guided all day long, and whatever I do will prosper. Divine justice and divine law and order govern all my undertakings, and whatever I begin will result in success. I know the law of mind, and I am fully aware that all these truths I'm reiterating are now sinking into my subconscious mind, and they will come forth after their kind. It is wonderful. The less time you fixate on someone else, the more time you have to focus on yourself. Give to the world the best you have, and the best will come back to you. Give love, and love to your heart will flow, as strength in your utmost need. Have faith, and the scores of hearts will show their faith in your word and deed. For our life is a mirror of king and the beggar. It is just what you are and do. Then give to the world the best you have, and the best will come back to you. Know that the light dispels darkness, so does the love of good all evil. Love and hate cannot dwell together. Love casts out fear. Turn the light of the infinite upon all fear or anxious thoughts in your mind. They flee away. The dawn, the light of truth appeared, and the shadows, fear and doubt flee away. No divine love watches over you, guides you, makes clear the path for you. Realize you are expanding into the divine. Divine love surrounds you, unfolds you, and enwraps you. Divine love goes before you today and every day, making it straight, joyous, and glorious your way. There is a miraculous healing power within you, which made you. This infinite healing presence is flowing through you now, vitalizing, energizing, cleansing, purifying your whole being, so that your whole body dances to the rhythm of the eternal God. We decree that all these written desires are inscribed in the subconscious of each, and that all these desires come forth in divine land water. I am ever grateful for God's riches, forever active, ever present, for unchanging and eternal. I give thanks for my promotion and outstanding success. My business is God's business, and God's business is always prosperous. I use God's riches wisely, judiciously, and constructively to bless myself and others. I know the law of increase is now working, and I am open and receptive to God's wealth and bountiful increase. I am richly and abundantly supplied within and without from the infinite storehouse of riches in my subconscious mind. By day and by night, I am attracting more and more people who want what I have to offer. They are prospered, and I am prospered. My mind and heart are open to the influx of God's riches now and forevermore. Meditation for effective imagination, the workshop of God for all good. Where there is no vision, the people perish. My vision is that I desire to know more of God and the way He works. My vision is for perfect health, harmony, and peace. My vision is the inner faith that infinite spirit leads and guides me now and always. I know and believe that the God power within me answers my prayer. This is a deep conviction with me. I know that the mental picture to which I remain faithful will be developed in my subconscious mind and come forth on the screen of space. I make it my daily practice to imagine for myself and others only that which is noble, wonderful, and godlike. I now imagine that I am doing the thing I long to do. I imagine that I now possess the things I long to possess. I make it my daily practice to imagine for myself and others only that which is noble, wonderful, and godlike. I now imagine that I am doing the thing I long to do. I imagine that I now possess the things I long to possess. I imagine I am what I long to be. To make it real, feel the reality of it. I know that it is so. Thank you, Father. All right, that was a long one, dear folks. Thank you very much for sitting down and through it. But we must do this. This work must be done so that way we can rewrite our subconscious programs, change our lives, speak back the peace and calm back into our lives. All right, take care. Ryan here with a new video. I will see you soon in a new video. Bye for now.